So I know a lot of people were saying, "Oh man, I don't know why in 2024 after all this Diddy stuff, people still be questioning people about clickbait these days." But one thing on the internet is y'all have to realize a lot of this stuff ain't no clickbait. But I was looking at recently certain posts and news outlets that was posting certain things about Jay Z, and I was trying to figure out what is something they gonna try to hang over Jay Z's head, because if he's not putting out any kind of product for these people, allegedly he's not gonna have anything going on. We already seen a backlash from the NFL stuff, but one thing I realized was these news outlets been putting more pressure on this story of Jay Z allegedly having a 30-year-old son. And I've heard the story over the years, and I know the man who says that's his father, and he's his son, Ramir. I can't say the last name, but says I know his mom has passed away now, but saying that his mom was basically had an affair with the rapper in 1992. And the thing that sticks out about this whole situation is he says that his mom basically wanted to claim that she met Jay Z, who at the time went by Rock in Philadelphia, through her friend, and wanted to claim she referred to herself as Caramel or Precious at the time, and that Allen, who reportedly signed the affidavit as a witness, was the only person who knew about the alleged encounter. Wanda alleged that she and the rapper had protected sex, but the protection broke when she was just 16, and Jay Z, whose legal name is Sean Carter, was 22. That's what they're putting out, according to the Daily Mail. And they said Jay Z's legal team has denied these claims, and that's what they were putting out. But as far as I know, when you got certain news outlets putting out certain things, it's already above surface at that point. Even though it is allegations, it's allegedly, we don't know. But she said she was 16 at that point, and that he was 22. And what's wild about this is a lot of people are focusing on the Aaliyah situation right now. And if you really want to dig into it, this is more of a story. If it is true, if it happens to be his son, this is someone that basically they can put out there, and they've been putting it out there. And I know a lot of people to say, well, I don't know why people are focused on that. Certain people, they just, hey, it's already out there. I mean, if that's his son, then I'm not putting anything out there if that's his son. Like him not actually just going ahead and admitting it, it's making it worse. If it is his real son, I don't know. Allegedly, I'm saying if he ain't going out and just admitting it, then that's he's making it worse, because if that's his real son, then the whole situation is gonna blow back on him, because now they're gonna focus on the woman being 16 years old, uh, Jay Z being 22. And these days, that'll definitely get you canceled. Um, it definitely blows back on you, and that's a situation they're gonna definitely try to pull. And I see right now, I don't know. I guess maybe he done had a few interviews. I really haven't been looking into it too much, but I do know about the story. But I didn't know his mom was 16 at the time, and this all allegedly. I don't know too much, but 16 at the time. She passed away in 2019. I don't know, man. That's definitely exposing a lot of different things right there. I know people were saying, yeah, we gotta figure what age was Aaliyah at this time, and I don't know about Aaliyah, but I know this lady's age. She was at a certain age where you'll get canceled a lot these days for that age. Probably back then it wasn't a big deal, but these days you'll get canceled for that. So if you don't have a good answer as to why that relationship was going on, 9 times out of 10 you'll get canceled. So if he's smart, he would have definitely reached out and tried to make that happen. Cause now it's just gonna bring more attention. Yeah, he could have did that behind closed doors or something. They've been talking about paternity tests for a minute, and you got more and more news outlets last year that said something about it. And this year, I think they're gonna try to ramp up the whole situation. I think that's why Blue Ivy, they was putting her out there as far as promoting, because once it gets past that, her taking over as far as the media and everything else, and putting the spotlight on him, his kids with Beyonce, because it looks like this guy is getting more publicity as far as claiming to be Jay-Z's son, and a lot of people believe it. You got a lot of news outlets last year that was reporting it. I think they're gonna try to come after him with this story, and it's gonna play a huge part into endorsements and everything else. Man, I'm telling you, they're gonna try to play a huge role. They're gonna spin this one. I can see it now. They're gonna spin this story. They already painted him out to be a family man at a certain level, and he doesn't mess around and deal. You see how they did the situation with him in that elevator? And they put out that little story, Becca with the good hair and everything else. And now look, people looking at him like, oh, you remember that elevator situation? I don't know. So that tape didn't have to get out. That was an elevator video. Those videos don't get dropped like YouTube videos, though. That was because that was Jay-Z. And somebody got a hold of it and sold it and whatever else. And somebody requested it or something. But those videos just don't go out like that. So that's definitely something I noticed. I'm like, whoa, hold on. They just doing that now? Yeah, they putting out that article about that guy being the son, man. I don't know what information they have, but they believe enough to actually report it. These people probably know that's a real story. They probably did their due diligence, or they just probably know the lifestyle and know, okay, this guy ain't just putting this story out all these years just to be saying this. And this guy's up in age, man, 30. And at this point, he can really get, if the situation was bad, he can really get sued. At this point right now, and you're Jay-Z, you would have already tried to make something happen with that situation because of the publicity and the news outlets is hitting. A lot of people that Jay-Z done gave a lot of content and interviews and stuff too. They posting this information about this guy being the son. And the lady was 16. I'm telling you that's something they definitely will pull out the hat on him about. I'm telling you that now. This is one thing they got on him where it's like, yeah, if it's true. Now the lady might got the wrong Jay-Z. She talking about somebody named Rock. That ain't Rock. It's a lot of guys from New York, and I seen a guy that look like Jay-Z, like really do look like him. So I don't know. That might be the wrong guy. He might know somebody that look like him, but that ain't Rock right now. His name ain't Rock. And a lot of people know his name by Rock, but possibly can be the same guy, man. They went this far. She didn't go this far talking about this information and telling her son this. Usually when stuff like this happens and people actually go through all this, like Jalen Rose's mom went through that, where she was like, oh, your dad's the number one pick. And they was living in the hood. She wasn't getting no money from this guy for real, as far as I know. She was doing it on her own, so a lot of times that do happen. That's happened plenty of times. And Jalen Rose's mom wasn't saying, hey, that guy right there, he got a lot of, that's your father, for some money. So it usually don't happen that way. I know a lot of people saying, that's Jay-Z. She would have been trying to get his money. It don't always happen like that. She probably didn't even know where he was from. By the time she noticed who he was on TV and out of touch, out of reach, out of sight. That happens a lot more than people realize. If you just look over the years, it's happened a lot. We found out a lot of celebrities and people have kids and had kids that we didn't know of, and that's happened plenty of times. Matter of fact, it happens all the time. All the time. It happens in real life too. Yeah, but it happens all the time. That's why I'm not really shocked. I'm definitely not shocked at all. I think Jay Z could easily be that, and that's not the only person that said that. And the two people who said this, they both look alike. The girl who said that and the boy who said that Jay Z could possibly be their parent or father. They both look alike. They've been saying this. They definitely been saying this for years. And now that bigger news outlets are starting to say something about it, yeah, that plays a huge role in what I'm seeing. That definitely plays a huge role in it. And this boy, and he looks like Jay Z, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. And he looks like Jay Z. That's the part about it that's kind of shocking to me. I'm like, oh man, he looks just like Jay Z. Wow. Especially as Jay Z's getting older, he's kind of looking different. Kind of looks like him. So that's definitely something that they're gonna try to hit with him. They're gonna try to get him with that. Especially with that age difference. It's a lot of people already sprinkling the Leah thing out there. But that's just gonna be something they're gonna try to connect to that situation. They're gonna be like, oh well, Leah was in that situation and this lady was in this. Because the lady's not around now, so the guy's mom is not around. She's not around now, so yeah, this is gonna be a difficult situation. But they're gonna try to hold it over his head. I'm pretty sure he knows that because the media have been protecting him out of that spotlight for years. For years, they haven't been mentioning anything like this. It's been squeaky clean background, like just a Family Guy type of vibe, and it's really not like that. But I'm telling you, they're gonna bring that out. They're gonna bring this story out soon. It's gonna be floating around over and over and over. You're gonna hear about it. Trust me. That's the one thing that they got. Everything else, I can't really see. But as far as his situation, him, yeah. Yeah. Trust me, they know everything. They know everything. The industry definitely gonna pull it out. Look how they did with Diddy recently. They just pulled this out of nowhere. Like they ain't know nothing. Yeah, y'all know something. Definitely know something.